Welcome back to another episode of Drink Tales, and today we are going to continue our look at Simple Man Distillery's Gullah Geechee Gin. Now, you guys know how this usually goes. Usually in our first episode, we take an initial taste of the product, we give a brief rundown, we give our thoughts on how it tastes, and in the second episode, we try to come up with a cocktail that best emphasizes the product. So what do we have today?
So, I had an idea, like, days before we got into this, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be good. Yeah. Wait. And then I looked over at our stash of alcohol, and I was like, I could do something different. So I'm doing that.
Okay.
But some of the ingredients from that first one are still gonna carry over. We're gonna do the juice of half a lime to start. And then I'm going to need half an ounce of simple syrup.
Now this is just regular simple syrup.
Okay. Nothing fancy or anything like that. Okay. Now I'm going to say a full ounce of this Copperhorse coconut rosemary.
Okay. So you want this cocktail to be like the Vesper then?
The Vesper?
Yes. Meaning you can't recreate it anymore.
Oh. Ingredients for that. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
According to... Sure. That's what we're going for. We're going to do a full ounce of this. Because when I was doing my research in what to do for this cocktail, and we have the people over at Simple Man Distillery to thank for this. In our last review, we were talking about how there was a sweet taste that we couldn't identify from the gin. Turns out that was hibiscus. They use hibiscus to make this gin. So then I got to thinking about what flavors pair well with gin, and rosemary and coconut came up in that in my research, and I didn't really think about it until literally just a few minutes ago before we got started, and I changed this whole recipe.
So this cocktail is literally off the top of your head.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And now we're gonna go with our Simple Man. Speaking of, I'm thinking 2 ounces.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more.
Maybe a little bit. But it's a Sunday brunch, so it's a Sunday brunch kind of drink. At least that's how I would imagine it being. Add our ice.
So when Tabitha and the girls goes out and gets this, then they should be probably
they're gonna be like, girl, I'm toe back. Off that hibiscus and coconut and rosemary. Add your ice and shake. So I'm thinking this time around, no ice.
just let it ride.
We are going to garnish with a lime wedge. Ooh, fancy. It would be fancy if this piece of lime was hanging off there. There you go. Alright. So,
This literally does taste like a Sunday brunch. Light. Yeah. It's a very light drink, but that liquor is there. I like that. Got a bit of a sting to it to let you know, this isn't Kool-Aid. Seriously, taste that. That's pretty good.
The coconut and rosemary play very well in this one. The lime balances out the Simple Man.
I kind of had a feeling going into this one after we tasted it, but that just confirms it to me. This is a very good mixing gin. Its unique flavor. Wow, that's really good.
The hibiscus really sets this apart from any gin I've ever had.
That was random, but keep going.
Like I said, the hibiscus sets this apart. The hibiscus sets this apart from any gin I've ever had. And it helps that gin in and of itself is a staple for brunch cocktail.
Yeah.
Either gin or vodka, depending on how you want to roll. But the right type of gin can make a perfect brunch cocktail. It almost reminds me of a South Side cocktail without the mint. Which, by the way, they do say that that hibiscus pairs very well with mint.
So then I wasn't tripping then, because I was gonna say, wow, that's perfect. Mint would probably kick it up another notch. Like, I was literally gonna tell you that, but I don't think you should change it.
I would argue that mint would make a better garnish for this drink. So you get those aromas. But I feel like you don't want mint and rosemary competing with each other. So you may want to use a rosemary spread for a garnish. But I use lime because lime is in the drink. And the lime actually elevates this entire mixture. Yeah, that could have been a disaster, but it wasn't.
So, name-wise, what are you thinking? Because I got a couple of ideas.
Go.
Sunday's best.
What else you got?
I was gonna call it the Sunday brunch.
What else you got?
That's all I got.
What about the Gullah Geechee unicorn?
The Gullah Geechee unicorn?
To honor both the Gullah Geechee Gin and the Copperhorse.
You realize that's the second unicorn drink we've made on this channel.
I thought the first one was a Pegasus.
Oh, it was a Pegasus. Okay. Unicorn it is.
Gullah Geechee unicorn.
Yeah. It's definitely a unicorn. Because like I said, you won't be able to make this drink. Just like the Vesper, you can't really recreate this drink. That is really good. Well, with that being said, that'll do it for this episode of Drink Tales. Be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell so that you're notified of all content that's coming to the channel. Check us out on Instagram and check us out on Twitter as well. And also, we've been saying it for a while.
If there's a liqueur, spirit, wine, beer, a tasty snack, even tastier dessert. I feel desserts don't get mentioned as much, and they should. But if any of those happen to pop up in you guys' mind and they are underappreciated, or it's something that we can't get here in the States or in this state or in this country at all, let us know about it. Hit us up in our DMs. We'll talk about it. We'll collab. Maybe we do a video collaboration with one of you guys and we talk about this fabled product that you guys want to let us in the know about.
Also places. We go places too. If there's places you want us to go that have said drinks, beers, liquors, tasty snacks, desserts like you mentioned, food trucks, things of that nature, let us know about those places too. We will try to get there.
We need a reason to get to Las Vegas faster.
Exactly. Yeah.
Notice I said faster. Because we are going to Vegas. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not this year, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
We just need a reason to move that timeline up. So
exactly.
if there's anything besides the casinos and, all the other quote unquote savory?
Wait, say what?
Savory, unsavory, the activities.
What are you talking about? There's nothing but churches in Las
Oh
Vegas.
yeah, I
talking
forgot about that. It's a Christian city.
It's a Christian community
that respects everybody.
Exactly. All our Las Vegas people, if you know any churches that we should go to, hit us up. I know we have a few Las Vegas followers. I've seen you guys in those churches. So let us know what church to go to. It can be Episcopalian, it can be Christian, it can be
Catholic,
Jehovah's Witness, whatever.
Just let us know where we can go and give tidings.
But that'll do it for this episode of Drink Tales, and until next time, everybody, peace.